I said I was going to address you today. We have been experiencing a lot of attacks on our civilian population in Bamenda this day. We are getting reports of over 5 Amazonian civilians killed by very angry Cameroon forces. We are also getting report of many bike riders having been arrested. We are also getting report of many bikes having been destroyed. There are ghost towns in certain areas in Bamenda, especially City Chemist Roundabout and T Junction. Today I asked the head of the Human Rights and Humanitarian Services, Comrade Akoson, to issue an urgent alert to the international system to make them aware of the possibility of widespread violence on our civilian population. So while our people are taking action against the occupation, we have an obligation to ensure that we use our presence out here to notify different institutions and partners of what is going on in our homeland, especially actions by the enemy that threatens the lives of our civilian population. And so we are monitoring the situation, and we will be documenting what is going on, and we will report that to the Amazonian people. And where action is needed, we will bring that to the attention of those concerned. I know we are all very skeptical about the readiness of the international community to move against Cameroon, and for good reasons. We've also just been notified today about a visit by a member of the, I think, UN Human Rights Council, invited to Yaoundé to discuss issues of human rights. And we are aware that Amazonia was also discussed. I have reacted to the report that was issued today, and I would like to repeat my reaction here. There is an ongoing genocide in Amazonia. There are crimes against humanity that have been well documented. There are crimes of war. There are crimes of aggression. All of these crimes are well documented. There have been dozens of incidences of systematic killing of civilians, which have been described as massacres. We are aware of the Balinyonga massacre, the Pinyin massacre, the Ngabu massacre. All of these crimes are well documented, and this should have gotten the international community to act, or at least the prosecutor of the ICC has powers, I think, under Article 15 of the statute of the ICC. Once these crimes are brought to his attention, to do further investigation and to ascertain if the statutes have been violated by a member state or a non-member state. They have all failed to take their responsibility in the face of gross violations of international humanitarian law. And it baffles me why a UN official dealing with international human rights law should be concerned at this particular moment with what is going on. And I think we are aware that Cameroon is a very dodgy state. We are aware that each time Cameroon feels it is under the spotlight, it creates these distractions by inviting international organizations or members of the international community. We've seen that with Commonwealth, Francophonie, African Union, other UN and African Union agencies, including the European Union. It does this to show its good faith in adhering to its obligations under international human rights and international humanitarian law. This is a classic strategy of the criminal presenting itself into a chamber. And they have always engaged in discussions showing their willingness to hold those accountable, hold those responsible accountable. They have always manipulated the international system by being willing to respect, obligations to which they are supposed to respect, and we've documented this in history. These are classic authoritarian systems that decide to sign treaties, but with the desire never to respect the premise of those treaties. And Cameroon is a classic example of an authoritarian state that has engaged in systematic torture, a massive violation of human rights, but has always presented itself for international scrutiny. And this is what has happened in the past few years. So we dismiss all of these charade that are continuously being played by Cameroon with the support of the international system.